Nadine Lukele, Chiefs have a trophy in them this season?
No, they don't. There's no trophy until that they can win this season.
Mark?
If I'm being honest with you...
you have to be honest. What do you mean?
Yeah. For me, I think that Kaizer Chiefs have just been caught in between two worlds where are we rebuilding or are we challenging?
Vic?
Welcome back.
So you are happy with that officiating?
I can say there's more areas of improvement.
Out of 10?
Let me not go there.
One rivalry has to be Mamelodi Sundowns versus TS Galaxy. The two coaches can't stand each other from what it seems. Biso?
I've marked the 6th of March, which is when TS Galaxy is going to meet Mamelodi Sundowns.
Oh, I can't wait. I am at the stadium.
I want a pitch side camera. That's all I want to watch. The two of them, the entire match.
Mark?
Are they going to shake hands on the 6th of March?
Are they going to shake hands? Olisani Nomeva, who's a boxer, won 1 million rands in the competition. This was in 2015, Olisani Nomeva. Uti, wani?
Jack.
Hey, B.
A big one. Logo dance and the board, but I change it very much. Because it's been 9 years. That's about interesting. So that is
complicated.
Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want, have what you want, be what you want.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Game over.
Exactly 8 after the hour 6 on the mighty Metro FM. Thank you so much to touch on the 6. And, they roll out the red carpet. We come in and take over for the next hour till 7 o'clock. And then Faith comes in and it's Talk with Faith. Metro FM Talk, of course, till 9 o'clock. And the music begins again. And it's normally great music and conversation from 7 o'clock, rather 9 o'clock onwards. So, hey, you no need to change the dial. Stay with us the entire time. Just relax. If you're in the car, if you're at home, play it in the background, cook with us, and whatever it is that you've got to do. I'm not happy today. It's one of those days where, after having celebrated football the way we have, not only over the weekend now, because yes, people were mad that their teams lost. Some were happy and ecstatic that their teams won. The AFCON has just come back. We've just come back from there, and there was a lot of celebrations, and there was just a good feeling about football. Until... if you go to my Twitter right now, it's at Andile Ncube. Until we saw footage shot on different cameras by different people that emerged on social media, Twitter or X in particular. And if you go to at Andile Ncube, you'll see the videos I'm talking about of just pure violence. That's all that is. Thuggery and violence. That's it. There's nothing else. There's no other way to describe that. People beaten. Soccer players beaten. Coach beaten by people that are supposed to be professional, by teams that are trying to one day play in the top tier of South African football, by teams that are trying to qualify to get to the next foundation so that they can get to the PSL, by players that one day want to wear Bafana top. Yet there they are, beating referees, beating coaches to a pulp. Former Orlando Pirates player James Mutibi is a coach of Jaxa Spears in the Northern Cape. I've seen the pictures and we're going to put them up. So if you are streaming with us live on Instagram or on Facebook, you're going to be able to see those pictures live, because nobody should ever look like that from coming back from a soccer match as a coach. No one should have injuries like that. But what is it all about? It's a team that's at number 1 versus a team that's at number 3 in the Northern Cape stream. How did it get to a point where there's flying kicks, where people are jumping fences fearing for their lives, where referees are running fearing for their lives? How did we get here? They always say, and I think it's Dr. Ivan Khoza who often says that what we see in football, in sport, but particularly in football in this country, is a mirror image of what society is like. And when you see all the videos of what's happening in society in general, people shooting guns wherever they went, however they want, people, beating people in the streets, the fights that are happening, the killings that are happening, then you say, hey, maybe it's true. Football reflects us as a society. And if that's the case, then what we've just seen now happening in the Northern Cape, then I guess it's no lie. It's who we are. Let's at least get to an understanding of what transpired and SAFA, being the mother body that takes care of that league. What are they going to do or say about this? Surely something must happen. Let's get into it. But hey, remember that Banyana Banyana in action at the moment, and we'll get to that as well. We'll tell you that you can watch it live as well. So we're getting into that. But hey, epic food deals are delivered by Mr. D are now at your fingertips. This is your chance to feast on epic meal deals. Save us a tuck into deals like buy one free, get one free. They're scoring up to 30% off and selected restaurants. Epic deals won't last forever. Tap into between the 26th of February and the 3rd of March 2020.
Once upon a time, there was a little boy who battled with never-ending infections. It was always the same story. School, runny nose, fever, doctor. School, runny nose, fever, doctor. Until one day, his mother gave him Septiguard syrup. With ingredients sourced from nature and enhanced by science, Septiguard quickly put an end to the nasty infections. Septiguard Natural Antibiotic Syrup, your first line of defense against everyday infections.
A whole new year.
With all new goals.
Good vibes are loading.
I think we're ready to go. Ride into the new year in style and get up to 40,000 Rand cashback on the Renault Kiger Turbo, Renault Triber, or Renault Clio. Book a test drive at Renault.co.za today. We're ready for you. Are you ready to go? T's and C's apply.
Sports Night Amplified with Ndile on Metro FM. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
Delivered by Mr. D and now at your fingertips. This is your chance to feast on epic meal deals. Save as you tuck into deals like buy one, get one free, to scoring up to 30% off at selected restaurants. Epic deals won't last forever. Tap in between the 26th of February and the 3rd of March 2024. And as always, the D is for done. T&Cs apply. Banyana Banyana are in action today, taking on Tanzania in the second leg. We did win away. It's a CAF Olympic qualifier. Remember that African champ South Africa target a special ticket to Paris 2024 Olympics. But Tanzania wants to impress their nation on foreign soil. This is the second leg of the CAF Women's Olympic qualifiers third round. Catch Banyana Banyana versus Tuga Stars tonight, Tuesday, 27th of February at 7 o'clock, live on SABC Sport on DTT Channel 4, SABC 3, and SABC radio stations. Also available on SABC Plus and SABCsport.com. Brought to you by SABC Sport. I've just seen that team. 6 changes made by Desiree Ellis from the team that played away. And Andile still doesn't get to start. 6 changes made and Andile Dlamini still doesn't get to start. Hey. Toyamadoda. Yeah. I've got the referee with me here today because when we were looking at the story, this is the man that had the insight on it, Victor Hlongwane. You normally hear him on a Monday, he's here on a Tuesday because, Vic, this came to you as it was happening. People saying, hey, the referee is under attack. What's going on here? It's lawlessness happening.
Yeah, reperile to the listeners. It's a shame. I don't know whether as referees we should go to the fields with guns because we are under attack and this thing is happening for the second time. Last year it happened. This team, the same team, Postmansberg, beat the referee. They pleaded guilty on the DC. They were fined. Again, they are repeating the same thing.
So this is the same team.
This is the same team
that plays in the Northern Cape in the ABC Municipal League.
Yes.
They beat a referee last season.
And they also took the phone of the match commissioner, Lebogang Daniels, who is my colleague, in the same situation. So they pleaded guilty in the DC. They got a fine. I don't know how much was it. But then they are repeating the same thing. So when they repeat...
I mean, we've been trying to, and we've got the owner's number, we've got the coach's number, we've called them at Postmansberg over and over again. And I know this is going to get to them. As per usual, when we speak about people tell them, please let them know that they're more than welcome to come here and defend themselves or speak for themselves. This is Postmansberg that plays in the Northern Cape in Stream B of the Motsepe, ABC Motsepe League. Second time they're beating a referee.
Exactly. And we're pleading to the authorities of SAFA in that region to say, are you going to wait for someone to die in that stadium before you could institute high sentence to the thuggery behavior that we saw over the weekend? Because that is thuggery behavior. You saw how the player was kicked. You saw how the referee was kicked. A captain of a team beating a referee. The captain, who's supposed to be a leader of the team, what does he want in football? He must go join boxing. But SAFA now in the Northern Cape must now act decisively to deal with thuggery behavior, because we're going to bury a referee if they do. The signs are there. Second time. What's going to happen to the third time?
Because, I mean, they beat him, he went to the floor, then everybody came to join and they kicked him and they beat him while he was on the floor.
I'm told it took only one official from that team who put his body behind the line and say, I'm going to save this referee. If that guy did not stand there, we could be talking about a lost life. Now, I'm challenging the SAFA Northern Cape to say, are you going to wait for someone to die in Postmansberg before you can expel or take a harsher sentence against thuggery behavior that is entering our football? I'm told they also bully the police, because police came. They also bullied the police. So they are law unto themselves.
Whose home game was it?
It was Postmansberg. The match
so
was
it's their home game,
their
which
home
means
game.
they're in charge of security for that game.
In terms of the SAFA uniform rules, they are in charge of security.
Which obviously they decided they don't need or know they're going to provide because they knew the intention.
I mean,
do you know who the referee is that got beaten?
Yes, the name of the referee is Edwin Slammert, and he's also refereeing in the DDC. So the magnitude of the match required a referee from an elite panel. So they took him from DDC and then to this match, for fairness. So now this is what you get. It's like you're taking me to that match and now they beat me.
Do you know how bad the injury sustained to the referees are?
It was very bad. He had to be admitted to hospital, but he has been released from hospital. He's recovering from home. And the police case has been opened against the team and certain players by the referees themselves and also by the opposition team.
We're talking about football here. We're not talking about wrestlings, but we're talking about football. A game of soccer. James Mutibi is a former Orlando Pirates player. He was a striker back in his day. But now he coaches JAXA Spears, as they're known.
Yes.
This is the team that was playing them. This is the opposition team. They were number one at the time with JAXA Spears. Postmansberg were playing them. And even he got a beating.
Even the coach got beaten. You know, I talked to James week in and week out. I was surprised when I sent him a message to say, James, I heard there was a fight here. Can you give me details? He said it was me on the photo. I'm like, James, it's you here. And it was shocking because, you know, you thought it was happening somewhere, but you're speaking to a man who has been beaten. When he explained the situation, it was said, it took only few people to save him. He was also saved by one of the officials who stood and, you know, say, I'm protecting this man. We could be saying 2 people dead now.
James Mutibi, the coach, is on the line now. We're going to be speaking to him, a former professional who played at the highest level, now giving back as a coach, working in the ABC Motsepe in the lower divisions, growing new talent, beaten to a pulp at a game, at a soccer match. Beaten. I've seen the injuries. I've seen the photos of James. I've seen what he looked like when he got home that evening. I've seen the scars. So please, Postmansberg, you're listening to this. I know you are. Call us. Defend yourself if you can. Let's hear from you, your side of the story. I don't think there's ever a reason for anybody to get a beating in life, but I'd love to hear you try. I'd love to hear you try. And then we need to connect to me before the end of the show with SAFA as well. Because this is their league. And this is the 3rd or 4th time we're calling them. Let's take a break.
Seize the chance to win your share of 2 million rand every month with Spin a Song Get prize drops. Stake R2 or more on selected pragmatic play games every Tuesday and Thursday between 8:30 and 10:30 p.m. Hollywood Bets. Take a spin with us. T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bet supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
Leap to over 29% savings at Pick n Pay. Smart shoppers get 750ml Johnny Walker Black Label blended Scotch whiskey for only 350 Rand. And a P&P bulk half lamb pack for only 99 Rand 99 per kilogram. Only at Pick n Pay. Valid 27 to 29 February. T's and C's apply. Alcohol not available to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
The Take-A-Lot Fire Sale is back with deals too hot to handle. Up to 50% off the hottest tech, TVs, appliances, beauty, sport, and more. The Take-A-Lot Fire Sale will be heating up your screens from 22 Feb until 3 March. Grab them while they're hot. Download the Take-A-Lot app now and shop the Take-A-Lot Fire Sale. 22 Feb to 3 March.
Sports Night Amplified with Ndile on Metro FM. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
Metro FM Music Awards. The Metro Awards are closing on Wednesday, the 28th of February at midnight. Have you submitted yet? Don't miss out on the Music Powerwave. To submit, visit www.metrofmmusicawards.co.za. Metro FM Music Awards, it's where you want to be. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it's a curious case of ruining something good. Football is that one thing, and here's what really, really gets to me in this whole matter. Because I remember I was once a young boy growing up in Zimkule, Lamonti, Koatrijvili, going to the fields to watch football, to watch people that weren't professionals, but they were my heroes. Because these were Kasi boys doing amazing things on the field, right? And I looked at them and I was like, yo, I can't wait to see them at the top levels. I learned from them. Imagine those young people who support Pottsmanberg, who every week in, week out go and watch them and see violence. What does that do to them? What does that instill in them? What does that say about the society we are growing when your heroes are doing such? Let's speak now to former Orlando Pirates striker and now coach of Jaxa Spears in the Northern Cape, James Mutibi. James, thank you so much for joining us and welcome.
No, thank you, Andile. Good afternoon, Mr. Vic.
Good evening, Bro James.
Yes, no, I'm happy that I'm on the show. When you ask how are you, you are also saying you are okay because you are a leader. You must be okay in front of your boys.
But I mean, when you look at what happened over the weekend, firstly, perhaps, Bro James, let's paint a picture. You go out to go play Pottsmanberg. They're sitting in third position at the time. You're sitting in first position, which makes this a really big game. With your 25 points and their 21 points. This is an opportunity not only for them, but for Saints as well to catch up. It's millions and millions of rands that are at stake when you play a game like that. Future millions, that is. You arrive there. When does it all go pear-shaped?
Andile, we planned for this game mentally and physically. Because the last game that we played in Jan Kempdorp, we equalized in the last minute where I put a skillful player on the wing in the dying minutes and said to the player that you are not going to pass the ball, you are going into the box. And they pulled the player, but he played advantage. And when the player lost advantage in the right centre back, it's where the referee went back to the pooling and set a penalty. We scored the penalty, and then it was furious from the officials and coaches saying that we were playing referees. So we expected the treatment that we got in Pottsmanberg. So, when we went to Pottsmanberg, mentally and physically, we were prepared that anything can happen. We went into the warm-up correctly, 45 minutes, they didn't get a goal. Our plan was to get a draw. Is it 1-1 or 0-0? We frustrated them until second half. The last 5 minutes to 7 minutes, it's where we got a penalty because the subs was the last 15 minutes of the 90 minutes. I did experience subs. It's where we made the runs behind their centre backs, and we got a penalty. And it's where the chaos started, and we were prepared to kick the penalty. If you see in the video, our player had a ball in the hand, and then I ran into the field to stop my players because the officials and the coaches were already at the coach and the supporters. So I moved my players away from the scene. They finished the referee off, kicked the referee left and right. From there they came to us. That is what happened.
So the cause of all of this was the penalty given in a very late stage of the game that they felt was not rightfully given. They felt that the penalty shouldn't have been given, and that's when the violence ensued, and that's when they then beat the referee up.
Yes. That is, they were furious because the referee gave a penalty. But I always say to Bravik that if I'm a coach or I'm an ex-player, or I need to go to a class of referees to see or learn about coaching or referee. You can't tell the referee what to do. You know, if he sees that he's using his discretion, it's a penalty. He's nearer. We are not nearer. The linesman is nearer. The referee is nearer to the scene. So after that, the chaos started, and we had to protect ourselves.
So when did it come to you? And from what you remember, how did you sustain your injuries?
You know, you'll be surprised because I'm not going to mention names because of the case is still on. I've opened a case, a criminal case. The officials or the technical team or is the player, I know him, is from there. I've got a name, I got a surname, I know where he stays. They came to me, plus the team manager. They came to me with around 20 to 30 people. You know, I tried to beat 1, 2, 3 guys to defend myself, but the mob was too much to me, and then they tripped me and start kicking me. There's one person that assisted me. It's Lebogang Mutiwanto's friend from Olifantshoek, who came to pick me up unconscious, took me to the car of Tebogo Motobi, the brother of Monty Motobi, the former SuperSport goalkeeper. Put me in his car, and then I went to the police station to report this. Even the police was very, very slow to attend to the matter. But eventually they went to attend to the matter. As I heard that Tebogo Motobi went to fetch our bus safely, put the players in the bus, and then left with them to the police station.
So of the people that were injured, it's just the referee and, of course, yourself?
No, it's 4 players. It's 4 players plus me and the referee.
Mr. James, and I'm trying to get a background, and I remember in the Cape, this is not the first we're hearing of this, of mostly colored, mostly white teams, mostly African, meaning black teams, and the rivalry between them and how it gets even more intense. Is it the same in the Northern Cape?
I felt it was a racist attack because I'm a black person. Here is a black man, retired, trying to do good things in the Northern Cape. Remember, in Northern Cape, every time it is under 17, under 21, you were last. If you play against Northern Cape teams, you know that you already have 3 points in the national playoffs. But now it's different because of we sit down as ex-players and say, guys, let's assist our Northern Cape. The past 5-6 years, Northern Cape was not an easy. It was not easy teams to beat. You remember 2017 when I was the coach of under 21 in Johannesburg. I was the first person to beat under 21 Gauteng team, SAB Gauteng team. I was the one. The cream started there, and then you get hungry rounds, you get up intensity, and now we are moving to get another third team in the Motsepe Foundation, and this is happening.
You know, and I refuse to and maybe until the time when one of the owners of these teams comes on here, I would never understand why there's that racial divide between those two groups of people. It makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And I would hate to believe that it is racially driven, that colored people and black people don't get along, and therefore such violence ensues every time, because it's not the first. Like you said.
They always say small town, small minds. And in football is universally, and I always tell Mr. Vic that, football, we need to respect it because it was the only weapon that brings black and white together.
But James, what I want to know, sorry to cut you there, what I want to know is, why would you think it's racially motivated? What was said to you, or what was perhaps later on spoken about that makes you think it is because you're black and not just because we don't like losing?
You know why I'm saying black? The things that we always talk, and the things that I'm seeing in the Northern Cape. Unfortunately, you guys are not in the Northern Cape, and the referee. I don't know what color is he. Is the black person or what? But you cannot beat up the referee and his assistant coach, and the second assistant coach. I mean, referee, assistant referee. It's from Postmanburg, and he's a colored, and you're not beating up. So that thing, makes me think. This boy is from here. The team is beaten up. The first assistant referee is beaten up. The referee is beaten up, but this boy is not beaten up. That's why I conclude to say that this was a racist attack.
You've spoken to the owner of Postmanburg, haven't you?
I spoke to the owner of Postmanburg in front of the police, and I said to the police, I'm going to record this for my own protection. And I have the voice note where he says that they have done well to beat you up, which means those guys were prepared to beat us up.
So the owner of the team says they've done well to beat you. We've got that voice note. We've heard it, and you forwarded it to us as well. So the owner says to you, they've done well to beat you up.
El Rich, I don't know, is the official of PMG, but he's in the T-shirt of PMG. He's the owner or officially or a member, but he's the person who said that they have done well to beat you up. And I told you 27 November last year, they are going to beat you up.
So this was premeditated?
That was premeditated.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's get Safa on the line. And, the owner of the team, I don't know what his name is, but James, do you know what his name is?
El Rich. I don't know the owner because of the things that is happening in Postman. You can say this one is the owner.
But what's the name of the man that you spoke to who said he was the owner?
So the person that said that is El Rich David.
El Rich David. So El Rich David, give us a call. You've got a right to respond. You've got a right to reply. You've got a right to come and defend yourself. I'd love to hear it.
Submissions for this year's Metro FM Music Awards are now open. And the winner is... To enter, simply log on to www.metrofmmusicawards.co.za. Make some beautiful noise! For inquiries, email info@metrofm.co.za. Yeah! Metro FM.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody. It's bigger, it's better. The Metro FM Awards are back.
It's where you want to be. The highly anticipated opening of early bird ticket sales for the Metro FM Music Awards is finally here. Here we go! Fans and music lovers alike, you can now secure your seats to witness the biggest night in South African music. It's about to be crazy! With a star-studded lineup, performances, and the announcement of this year's winners.
Celebrate South African artists.
Excitement is brewing as you can rush to purchase your early bird tickets before they sell out for the awards happening 27th April 2024.
Yeah, man, this is a big night.
At Mbombela Stadium in Mpumalanga.
Come on, Mbombela, come through. Let's do this.
Don't miss your chance to be a part of this unforgettable celebration of talent and music excellence.
We love ensuring that everyone gets the award that they deserve.
Metro FM. you want to be. Brought to you by the Mpumalanga Provincial Government. Visit and explore Mpumalanga, the place of the rising sun.
It's back, it's bigger. It's Randa-Rama time at ShopRite. This Wednesday to Sunday only. Hurry and save up to 40% on homeware, small appliances, outdoor, DIY, and much more. Oh, top things. Like a 12-piece Blanco dinner set for 150 Rand. Buy 2 Ayoba Gold Sun chairs for 120 Rand. Save 80 Rand. And a 20-liter Essentials manual microwave for 800 Rand. Save 200 Rand. Don't miss out on Randa-Rama this Wednesday to Sunday, 28 February to 3 March, only at ShopRite.
Nottingham Forest are navigating a path to the top half of the table.
Has to be a goal from Hudson. Yes! There we go! Get in there! Wrap it up against West Ham United.
While Liverpool focus on a massive strategy to be on the summit until the end of the season.
Oh! That's outstanding! Liverpool have turned the game on its head. McAllister's thunderous cross.
Experience the Premier League contest between Nottingham Forest FC and Liverpool FC on Saturday 2 March at 4:30 p.m. live on SABC3. Also available on SABC Plus and SABCSport.com. Hashtag we love it here. Brought to you by SABC Sport. For the love of the game.
Sports Night Amplified with a delay on Metro FM.
Kamohelo Mokojo, currently playing at Sekhukhune United, owns the team De General alongside Batukara, I think it is. What if he meets Sekhukhune? How do you play against your boss?
He was going on goal that one.
I want to know, what is he going to do, Self? Are you well, Chairman? Are you the chairman of the team? Are you the CEO of the team? What are you of De General?
I am the chairman of the team together with Nyakalo Liine Batukara. We bought the status 2019.
I mean, buying a status there, last I calculated, give him a 10 meter. Man.
No, what are you talking about?
Tell the England it's in.
No.
6 to 7 p.m.
Former soccer players investing in the very same leagues that we're talking about, trying to uplift those that are coming after them to say there is a way in which you can do this football thing, but others not allowing them to do it. When we're speaking to SAFA's Manti Musumane Khape in just a few, who is the SAFA head of competition in the Northern Cape, words I'm expecting to hear ring alongside things like ban, expulsion, never involve yourself in football again. That's what I'm expecting to hear, but maybe I'm expecting a little bit too much, because of the times that we've done this, of the times that we've covered stories like this, those words have never come up. James Mutibi, who's a former Orlando Pirates striker, but also the new coach of Jaxa Spears in the Northern Cape, beaten to a pulp till he was unconscious and then put into a car, went to the police station, and we've got the police report from, who is it to me? From from Sergio, yeah? The colonel out in the Northern Cape in Portsmouthburg, who says, yes, a case has been opened, but no arrest have been made. Have a listen.
It is alleged that a team from Portsmouthburg was playing soccer against a team from Jan Kemdorp on Saturday, 24th of February 2024 at approximately 6:30 the evening in Portsmouthburg. A fight broke out amongst the players, officials and some supporters. 2 separate cases were of assault with the intent to commit grievous bodily harm. Assault GBH was registered at the Portsmouthburg SAPS by the officials, coaches and players. No arrest has been effected as yet. However, the Portsmouthburg SAPS requests that anyone with information please forward it to Detective Constable McDougall Mokosi on 082-302-0391. Investigation continues.
Well, I mean, we'll be sending those videos because that's proof enough. But also, it says a fight broke out. Do you know what a fight is? Fight is 2 people that are going at each other.
Yeah, but
that's
yeah, it was one way.
It was one way. It was 4 or 5 people, including the referees, beaten up by a gang of people.
And I'm surprised, because the team trains. They should just go to the playing ground and arrest them. Or send a message to the team. All those people who are mentioned here, they must come to the police station. If they don't come, the police will come for them. You won't sleep.
Listen, I've never spoken ill of anyone, but I do not want to see such in the DSTV. Imagine if those are talented boys and they make it all the way to the DSTV Premiership. What are we to expect? What are we to expect? Let's go to Safa. Mate Musimane Gape, SAFA head of competition in the Northern Cape, is with us now. Mate, thank you so much for taking our call.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Dr. and thanks for inviting us, and good evening to your listeners.
Talk to me. I'm pretty sure by now you've seen the footage, you've seen the videos, you've heard, because from what I understand, SAFA don't always send somebody. I would have thought that you send somebody to every game out there. I understand that it is maybe not possible in terms of being able to send a physical person to every game, even though we know how these games get in this particular region. But what has come your way? What have you heard, and where are we with the reports that have been sent to SAFA?
Well, thanks so much for the opportunity. At this particular time, we have seen the videos, and as South African Football Association in Northern Cape, we are deeply disappointed. It is very unfortunate that in this time where we need to celebrate the achievement of Bafana Bafana at AFCON, and as the Northern Cape, we are one province where we need sponsors on board, and we need to encourage young people to come on board also to officiate games at our fixtures, and these things are happening. It's quite unfortunate. Where we are now, as in terms of this particular matter, is that we have received the reports, the match officials' reports. We have also noted the cases that have been opened. At our disposal, we've got video materials and submissions that have been made. So we are at a stage where we are good to go in terms of procedurally convening a disciplinary sitting for, as you understand that the matter is sub judice, for a procedural sitting where the parties, all involved parties, are going to sit and present before an independent disciplinary committee, because as SAFA officials, we are not the referee and player at the same time. We've got different committee, which is led by lawyers, led by the chairperson, Ndate Moekete Mokwera, who deals with these particular cases. So that's where we are at this particular stage.
And I respect that, and we all know how these due processes work and how long they take. My question, though, is this is a repeat offender. This is not the first time. This is a repeat offender. Last time, they got away with a mere fine. Something that even then I thought was lenient.
No, of course, we are of the view that you can't have the same situation going on time and again. And we have activated the disciplinary committee, which should be advising us by tomorrow to say, look, what are the precautionary measures? Because football continues, and as you say, sometimes this takes some time to sit. But we have pleaded with the disciplinary committee that to expedite this particular process. But in the meantime, submit your recommendations to say what needs to be done at this particular stage.
Because from where I sit, I'm expecting that coming out of this is going to be bans. It's not just fines. I'm expecting that people will be kicked out of football. People will not be able to partake in this beautiful game that we call football. The owner of the team will never be allowed to own a football team, even in under 12 or under 9 level. I'm expecting that those that beat a man to hospital, those that beat a man to his till he was unconscious, it's going to be that severe of what we're dealing with, not just fines. I need a book to be thrown at someone here in Tatemusimanekhabe.
Well, fortunately, we've got that book. I actually wanted to direct the producer to the SAFA competition uniform rules and regulations to say the incidents and scenes that took place there, we've got rules that cover each and every incident. And unfortunately, they need to be done by the book. I've just noted and listened to the clip which was played by the Postmansberg police station to say it's unfortunate that when something happened, it needs to be before the court of law. So that's how we operate also as football, to say you don't just act willy-nilly. Well, I'm not saying you're saying that, but we've got a Bible in front of us, which is our statutes, including the uniform rules, to say if we are to suspend you, if we are to judge you, you need to undergo those particular processes.
But my issue with that, my issue with that is the fact that until then, it means that football continues, the league continues. This team is going to be playing another team again. Imagine you having to go there and play them.
Well, it is not certain, 100% certain, because we sought advice from national office also in terms of what needs to be done. And we are at the stage where we say tomorrow we'll be releasing, we'll have a press release, and precautionary measures will be implemented in terms of we are mindful of the fact that the league must continue. And it's unfortunate that some of those actions will be taking place tomorrow and by Thursday. And hopefully I'll come back
by the weekend.
We'll update the viewers.
By the time they were supposed to play their next game, Postmanberg, this weekend, SAFA, through its disciplinary processes, would have come back with whatever sanctions that they've come up with. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that the disciplinary process is a separate matter. The precautionary measures will be implemented. But I cannot say now what would be those particular precautionary measures. The Provincial Executive Committee, including SAFA National, will give us advice to say, look, here are the precautionary measures to be implemented because all the parties are to play.
You're saying basically saying you're gonna try all you can. You guys are gonna speak and you're gonna try make the game safer somehow or another, be it by bringing more security. But what you're saying is you're gonna try and make the game safer for the next team that's going to be playing, the very same team that is now famous for assaulting players, beating people to a pulp. That invites people to a hostile environment. You're saying you're gonna try and find precautionary measures to assist. Is that what I'm hearing? Please, I'm not quite understanding. If you can just clarify that for me.
Okay. The leagues should be continuing. And as SAFA Northern Cape, we need to come up with those precautionary measures for the next match, the matches that are going to continue on Saturday. Today is Tuesday. What I'm indicating is that the executive committee is going to sit tomorrow, and then by Thursday we'll give a particular direction in terms of this matter.
But because the same players, the captain of the team, and we saw it, it's on video, he's wearing the armband, he runs, flying kick on the back of the referee. You're saying to me those people are going to be playing this weekend, but you will try and find measures in which you make the opposition safe. That's what I'm hearing.
No, it's unfortunate that I'm not saying what you're saying now.
I'm trying to understand, but okay, maybe let me ask you a direct question. Is the team, Postmanberg, are they going to honor their fixture this weekend?
That particular matter is going to be on the table of the discipline of the Provincial Executive Committee tomorrow.
Okay. So
if you allow us the time to sit as the Provincial Executive Committee,
you'll make that decision.
You will be able to get a definite answer by Thursday.
Oh, so okay, there we go. So you're going to be sitting on Thursday to decide on what to do. So you're going to fast track the disciplinary matters with your DC, with your programs to say, guys, what do we do? But that's why I asked you a little bit earlier to say, are we going to get whatever sanctions that are going to be given to the team before the weekend? And you're saying it could happen by the time you sit on Thursday.
Look, the precautionary measure does not necessarily mean you will have the final outcome of the DC on Thursday. The precautionary measures might be talking about neutral venues. They might be talking about security at the games. It might be talking about expulsion of the team. It might be talking about suspension of the team. So we are not there as yet. That's why I'm pleading that the matter be given the PEC be given an opportunity to discuss it and come back to you.
I will give you that, Thank you so much for finding understanding with me there. And then the other matter, of course, is the game was abandoned. The game was not complete. What happens to the result of that game?
Well, of course, it's a disciplinary case matter to say finally we have received the report of the referee yesterday. Our legal team is studying the report. The report is clear. Unfortunately, I cannot discuss it in public because the matter is sub judice, and which give us direction in terms of what needs to be done going forward.
Is that also going to come out after Thursday to say what happens to the 3 points that were being played for?
No, the 3 points matter. It's a disciplinary committee.
Just hold that for me. I just need to take a quick break.
Hollywood Bets is ready to take you to the skies with Aviator. Clear for takeoff and your chance to win up to 10 million rand per flight with instant results every 90 seconds and multipliers that keep you on the edge of your seat. Bet online now. T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bets supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
Visit betway.co.za and never miss out on the non-stop action. Get way more with Betway.
What a weekend of drama across the football world. Chelsea losing to Liverpool's under-23s and Chiefs losing on penalties to Milford Football Club. However, as always, it does not stop there. This week has plenty more tasty fixtures. FA Cup, the Copa del Rey, Serie A, and so much more. Don't forget to top up your Betway account this Tuesday and you will win extra on your deposit. Visit betway.co.za to see what's in store this week. Get way more with Betway.
Visit betway.co.za to bet on every unforgettable sporting moment. Get way more with Betway.
Epic food deals delivered by Mr. D are now at your fingertips. This is your chance to feast on epic meal deals. Save as you tuck into deals like buy one, get one free, to scoring up to 30% off at selected restaurants. Epic deals won't last forever. Tap in between the 26th of February to the 3rd of March 2024. As always, the D is for done. T's and C's apply. If you just joined us, we are speaking to James Mutibi, who's still on hold with us, of course. He is a former Orlando Pirates striker and now coach of Jaxa Spears in the Northern Cape. He was brutally attacked and beaten unconscious at a football match when he was just doing his job, coaching really. But also, Mati Musimana is with us here. Let me see, from Sufferhead of competition in the Northern Cape. Tate Mate Musimane also joining us. Tate Musimane, sorry, you were still explaining because, my understanding may be not as up to date as yours, but the team that is the home team, which in this case was Postmansberg, are in charge of providing security as the home team. And to the substitutes, and you can correct me here, if a match is abandoned for any reason, especially for what we look at, the 3 points should go to the opposing team, isn't it?
Well, it's a situation where in front of the disciplinary committee, all the parties must come and present their case. Of course, it is the core report here will be that of the referee. So it is not obvious in all cases to say once a match has been abandoned, then the opposing team will get the 3 points. The DC looks at all the evidence in front of them. I'm not specifically talking about this particular case. I'm just
in general,
in terms of the process, to say all the evidence needs to be there. The witnesses are called, and then the DC looks at the matter and resolve upon it.
We can't wait to hear from you on Thursday then, Dr. Musimane Khape, to see what these precautionary measures you speak of are.
No, absolutely. We'll come back and keep you updated.
Thank you very much from SAFA there in the Northern Cape. Mate Musimane Khape. Dr. James Mutibi, you've been holding, you heard that whole conversation. Are you happy with what you're hearing?
Andile, like Mr. Mate said, that we must wait from tomorrow until Thursday for PEC SAFA to decide what is the decision. But just to answer, the proof is there. We were prepared to kick the penalty, and then the supporters and officials and coaches invaded the field and stopped the game. So it's not us who stopped the game. So it's the proof is already there. We were prepared to continue. We were prepared to kick the penalty.
We might need to call you again on Thursday. Let's hear what the outcomes are. But thank you so much for joining us and sharing your story with us.
Okay, no, thank you. Thank you very much.
Somebody makes a very good point here. I just want to find that tweet. Ki Mpoma Semola says, they must also be arrested. That is assault. And that's a big one. And that's why, I'm wondering why the cops still haven't.
I'm surprised.
I'm wondering what that investigation is when everything is there.
What do you investigate if you know a team is Andile FC? They train here. You just go there and arrest. You know the time they train?
Kafu Tabiso says, Andile, the clips can be used as evidence to make some arrest. The players and the whole team must be banned for life in the game of sport. I don't want to be one that says people must be banned, but it's hard to say that these people must carry on playing football.
Let me just read a little bit of fair play. It says, play to win, but accept defeat with dignity. Observe the laws of the game. Respect opponents, teammates, referees, officials, and spectators. The last one says, use football to make a better world. What happened in Northern Cape is a shame.
Kabelo Nkwane, you're absolutely right. Mr. Musimane Khape is saying things we want to hear. If we don't press him on it to act, he says, SAFA has no intention of acting swiftly. Let's hope that they do. They've given us a deadline of Thursday, and we keep our deadlines. Let's hear from you.
All right, here we go. Call Metro FM now on 0860 002160. Drop us a voice note on 060 552 7303.
Waking up, I'm too turned up.
Hi, I am so disappointed. This is disappointing. This is disgusting. It's barbaric for us to have supporters do this. But it's, to me, the helicopter view that I have is that these supporters, these players are acting under the owner's authority. He gave the order, so he should be held accountable for that. Being a leader of a team or a group of people, your head is always on the line on how those people act, because that means when they meet behind closed doors, these are the discussions that take place. So let the law take its course.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, time is up. And Davik, thank you so much for coming through and bringing this one to us.
Thank you, Ma. Last from me, it's if I was the head of referees, I was not going to send referees until the decision is known.
That's a big one there. I agree. That's a big one. But SAFA, obviously, in charge of the referees as well. Faith.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well, thanks, and you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
How was your day?
Not too bad. It was a day of client seeing, and then I obviously went to the institution because we've started the assessment part of our recruitment, and then got to do some work, and then I came here to work again. All in a day's work.
Jeez. Tell me, what is the greatest love story ever told? What is the greatest love story you've ever heard?
The greatest love story I've ever heard.
The greatest love story you've ever heard.
But this was in the movie. Don't think I'm corny, but this is in the movie. I think the movie is called The Vow.
The Vow?
The Vow.
Okay.
This is where the lady basically loses her memory. And she's married. So she's married to the guy, and she loses her memory, and everything gets wiped out. And basically does not remember her husband nor ever being with him. And when she wakes up, she actually remembers her ex-boyfriend. And her
What?
husband, so her last memory was like the ex-boyfriend. So she remembers the ex-boyfriend, not her current husband. And the husband looked at her and he said to her, "That's okay. What I'm going to do now is work so that not only do you fall in love with me, you agree to be my wife the second time." So I think that if a guy can do that, that's like insanely amazing. I mean, to
That
win
is
me
beautiful.
back, if I forgot you, would you win me back if I forgot you?
Let me tell you, since you mentioned the movie, 50 First Dates.
Yes!
So in this story, he meets a girl and, they hit it off.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes up to her the next day and he realizes she doesn't know who he is because she's got a mental condition where after every 24 hours, her memory gets wiped out. So she doesn't remember anything when she wakes up in the morning. So therefore, he makes her fall in love with him every single day.
That's love.
For me, there's nothing better than that. Making somebody make that decision to love you again every single day.
Aren't you romantic?
I try my 7.
So if I was
first-
Drew Barrymore and you were Adam Sandler with the 50 First Dates and I would be singing songs and I had that accident, would you work hard so that I fell in love with you every single day?
Faith, I do it every evening just before 7 o'clock.
Oh, okay, I gotta go.
What do you have going on in the show?
I've got the doctors this evening as well as we're catching up with the Health and Allied Workers Indaba Trade Union. They have accused government of showing a lack of urgency in resolving the current unemployment crisis in the public healthcare sector. We'll be speaking to them, and then we're also speaking to the IEC because they launched the principle and guidelines for the use of digital and social media in African elections. We saw the Deputy President earlier on delivering a keynote address urging political parties to hold back on distasteful social media debates ahead of the elections. We've seen some of these, and then where basically political party leaders get into tours. We're also going to be joined by the Deputy Director General for Court Administration from the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development. This evening we are unpacking the criminal justice system and as well as its effectiveness and the Criminal Procedure Act number 51 of 1977. After 8 is the conversation we were supposed to have yesterday regarding mob justice, but the Minister yesterday of Home Affairs, Aaron Motsoaledi, took over the conversation because many of you wanted to engage with him. So we moved that conversation to today, and we've included even more people to speak to regarding what's been happening in and around us, particularly our townships. So it's another full-packed show between 7 and 9 p.m.
Let me let you do it. Thanks so much. Listen with Faith from 7 o'clock all the way till 9 o'clock. Then the music and conversations carry on here on the Mighty Metro FM. We've got to get out of here. Davik, I really appreciate you. And for everybody that goes with us on these journeys when we do shows like this, we want to leave things better than what we found them. It's nice to speak to soccer players and coaches every day, but every now and then we want to make a change and leave this better than what we found it. Pella Pella.
Welcome to the Urban Rhythm Revolution. Listen, Metro FM.